Hey everybody, and welcome to day 29. On this day 29, I thought about something that in my 50 years, or yeah, 50 years, I'm day 30 of 50 days until I'm 50, I'm sorry, day 29. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about that I've learned in this process is this ability to trust yourself. We grow into this realm of life where we say, we look for validation from other people. I still have some issues, with not understanding some people sometimes, like people that have been in, that I've known for many years or whatever. I don't get their negativity towards me, like, and I guess that's just all part of the game, but it's in the process you start like having issues within yourself and like trying to figure it out and wasting so much time trying to figure out things about other people that you lose the ability to trust within yourself. So on this day 29, I talk about, for me, is what if my focus is just on trusting myself? you know One of the things that you go through life is you have to make decisions. You have to do this. And we have this tendency sometimes to not trust ourselves and not trust ourselves in the decision process. And it's like, then when you leave it up to someone else, you can't get mad at the result of it because you didn't trust in yourself to make that decision. So I thought to myself, like, how do I want to live out this next 50 years of my life? I want to live it solely, always trusting myself. It's a hard power to give up to others when you want to trust in others to make your happiness. You want to trust in others to bring things to you that you want to trust others with your dream. And, in one regard, you should, right? You should be able to trust people. You should be able to trust in what people are saying or doing in their lives or whatever. But what if from this day forward, you just trust within yourself? We have dreams and we want to achieve things, but sometimes we don't have enough trust in ourselves to make it happen. One of my biggest dreams is to become an author. I have 2 books that I'm in the process of writing, but it's a dream. But sometimes I get in my head and I don't trust that I have the ability to do it. And it's not that anyone's discouraging me. It's not that anyone's telling me anything different. But sometimes we just don't trust ourselves. And it turns into a situation where it becomes self-doubt, because now you no longer are trusting yourself. You are now in this realm of self-doubt. You can't do it. Da, 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 da. Or in some cases, you look for an easy way out because you don't trust the process. I have to, at this point in my life and juncture, I am at a point where I just believe in what I'm doing. Regardless of what people either support or don't support, I just know that just from the little responses, I trust in the process. The hardest thing that we also deal with in life when you face with trusting yourself is in relationships. Making decisions to be in relationships with partners and so forth, we have this tendency as we get older to lose trust. I mean, one of the biggest things I'm fighting with and I continue to fight with is I just have lost trust in relationships sometimes because I just don't like the process. I don't like the things that you have to go through. And I trust my ability to be alone. So it's like for years, I didn't trust that. You know what I mean? Like for years, it was all about, you got to be with somebody, you got to be with somebody, you got to be with somebody. But then you go through this process and you say, but you know what? I trust what's going to happen. So I'm cool with being by myself or cool with the process of a relationship because it is what it is. But as we get older, we get funky. We get funny about that. I can tell you in this 50 years, like, I've never trusted myself more. There's going to always be things where you have doubt, but I trust in my vision. I trust what I'm trying to do. I trust the process, and I know it's going to happen. So, like every other videos, a lot of them I give you homework and different things like that. I don't know if people are following it, but I'm going to tell you something that I want you to do so that you can trust in yourself. In a year from now, you're going to see if the process worked for you because you believed and trusted on what you're trying to do. I want you to write down something that you dream of doing. And every day from this day forward, I want you to work one thing towards that dream. One thing. I don't care if it's weight loss. I don't care if it's eating better. I don't care if it's writing a book. I don't care if it's starting a podcast. I don't care what it is. Stop talking about it. Trust in yourself to make something happen. You ever see like on social media where you see people like they just come out the blue and they're successful because they trusted in what they're doing. Not everybody's going to support you. It's just that is what it is. And guess what? You're not going to have an answer to why people don't support you. But you have to trust and believe in yourself. And then doing that will allow the process for everyone that doesn't, support you. There are 10 more that will. And I just believe that. It was very hard for me to believe that because I felt like this circle, Facebook sometimes is the devil, because it's you're confined to these groups of people and you post and then you see the anger comes out in people, or you see people hide behind a keyboard. That's the thing. It's like people say all these different things behind a keyboard. Will go in a room with you, look you in your face and talk about you behind your back. You have to trust the process in what you're doing and understand that it's always going to be people like that. And you ain't going to never have an answer why. It just is. Trust in your personal process. Make decisions that are for you, for the benefit of you. You hear this all the time about, people need to humble up or be humble and this and that and the other. Sometimes you got to just think of yourself. Sometimes you have to take a step back and say, I'm going to trust in the process to which I am trying to do, because in the end, I will be able to be humble to help others. You have to trust yourself. As much as you want to intermingle, bring people in, put things out on social media and this and that and the other. The one thing that I've always done is and especially during this process, is I've been transparent. I don't care what people know. There's no, I don't have anything that I need to hide and put in the corner somewhere and different things like that. So what? It doesn't matter to me what people know and don't know. I don't care what people do because I trust in my process. I trust that every message that I deliver is going to change somebody's life, even if it's just one person. It's trust in your ability to fail, trust in your ability to succeed, trust in the people that just won't support. Trust that no matter what you're trying to do, the validation has to come within yourself, not others around you, not trying to understand why this person's doing this or this person's doing that, and then they're not trusting in you, right? Because if people can call you friends or this and that and the other, why don't they trust what you're trying to do? You're not going to get it. I don't care what it is. You could lose weight, gain weight, cut your hair, not cut your hair, wear makeup, don't wear makeup, do this. It's not going to matter. People not going to, trust in anything you're doing unless you fail. And use that as your fuel. If you want to trust yourself more to succeed, use the fuel of people waiting for you to fail as your process. If you don't do anything else, trust in yourself and use the need for people to watch you fail. It is intoxicating to watch how people that you've done nothing to will want to see you fail. And sometimes you question why. And then you just have to say, but you know what? I trust within myself. And it's the hardest thing to do sometimes because we are people that look for validation from others. We believe that if others validate what we're doing, if others support what we're doing, if others talk about what we're doing in a positive way, then that is validation that we trust in our process and it is successful. No, it is not. You have to trust within yourself regardless of what's happening out there. You have to trust that at some point the things that you're doing is going to give you the dream and what you're looking for, whether it's financial dream, whether it's, health dreams or different things like that. People will take shortcuts and different things. You're not worried about what they do. Worry about yourself, because at the end of the day, they will never, ever be you. Never. I don't care what they do. They can emulate you in any way possible, talk bad about you. Trust in your own personal process because they are not you. Trust and believe within yourself. Trust. Just what if tomorrow when you got up, you just trusted everything that you were going to do from that day forward? What if? Just trust and believe, and it's not going to matter what anything around you is going on. Trust within yourself. Just trust you. And trust me, the power surrounding your ability to trust in yourself allows you to achieve so much that it becomes addictive. You got to understand something. When you get from A to B because you trusted the process and you get to B, you like, oh shit. I trusted what I was doing. I achieved it. Maybe I can do something else. I mean, I felt that way about my education. I achieved 1 degree. I was like, oh, all right, well, maybe I could do this. It is powerful to trust within yourself. It is powerful to trust in the decisions you make on a daily basis. I don't care if it's personal, financial, family, friends, relationships. I don't care what it is. You have to trust in your decision process. Because in the end, you're going to look back and say, damn, I'm glad I did that. And that's happened to me quite often in this moving into my 50s. It's like, yo, I am so glad I decided to do blah, blah, blah. Or I'm so glad I made this decision. Or I'm so glad I did this. I trust in the process. I trusted my first mind. And I'm going to tell you something. And just in January alone, there's some things that came up, and I made I followed my first mind because I trusted in what I was doing, and I'm so glad I did, because it definitely worked out in my favor. So sometimes we want to trust in other people, and when they start to fail us, we could either just curl up in a corner, or we could say, I'm going to trust my process and not worry about the trust in others that were supposed to take care of things that didn't take care of. Like, it's not been no secret. I've shared a lot of things personally with people. I've had a legal matter I've been dealing with for quite some time, and I changed my tactics, and it's amazing how I trusted my personal process with it, and how me doing that actually saved a whole bunch of hell from this situation, that now I sit back and I said, damn, I'm so glad I trusted my first mind and did what I did. So move into your next hours, days, weeks, months, years. Move into it by saying, whatever you're faced with, I don't care what it is, take a step back, develop your process, and trust in that process, and don't let anyone divert you from it. It's going to bring you a whole bunch. All right, guys, on to day 30.